Hello. Ooh, let me turn my volume down there. There we go. Right, let's see who's on the chat. Hello, OG. Let me just pin that so you can't see my ugly one. It's not as... Present to it. That should be there. I'm knackered. I'm going watching the Justice League in about 2 hours. So I thought I'd jump on it yet for an hour or so because I've been not on that often. Am I near Michael? Yeah. I'm near Michael, just down the road. Near his house, so like yesterday, like, I was working 5 or 6 doors up from his house. But yeah, I live near Michael. That's why he compliments me tank a lot, Michael, because he's been in my house a few times. He likes what I do. No, Mad Dog's a few hours drive away. Only a few hours. About 2 hours drive. They just stand outside, but it's absolutely leathering it down, so I'm standing inside. Hello, Del. Things are all right? Today or tomorrow, I'm going to be getting my tank tested. Well, checked to see if it needs a new system for the glass. Yeah, OG, in the UK, well, in England, you're never more than 4 hours away from anybody. To get from one side of England to the other, it's only 4 hours anyway. But hello, click clack. I just see I've still got a sore throat. That's what happens when you go on vacation with just lads. Dancing, partying, drinking takes its toll. So, anyone want to know any questions? Or anyone got any questions? Or does anyone want to talk about anything? All questions will be answered with personal preference or my knowledge that I know of. See, the thing is with live streams, it takes about 15 minutes for people to get the notification. So it's always quiet until the notifications start pinging through. Hopefully I'll be doing a reboot. Hopefully they'll send me a new system. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be getting a new tank. The same one, but I think the silicon's failing on this one. I think it is. That's why they're coming out to have a look at it to tell me if it is or not. If it's not, I'll get it done. It's healing fine. It looks beautiful. Let me put this camera on. Even frags have started to base again, so I'll put frags in and started basing again. Let me just get this camera on here. Bear with me. As you can see me with the hood on. This is me what I like on the settee. Just sat down on the sofa like this. So let's turn this camera on. Let me unpin this one. Bear with me. Right. So everything. Like people look at this and think it's just brilliant. I look at it and I don't like it. So, but when you know, clams beautiful. That's where the corals died at the back. I've got frags up there now. They like me test the frags to see if they're all right. Some birds of paradise. I've got some forest fire. I've got 2 acros at the back. One on that side and one on that side. So found that. Don't know where that come from. Found that in my system over there. Like them's always there. Found these ones. Don't know where they from either. They just popped up. So I'm getting zoas from. I don't know where they're from. Just popping up all in my system. And I've got frags here, including a frag there of Walt Disney. Now that Walt Disney survived the hiccups in the tank. So let's see if we get this here. There you go. Some more acros to go up when it's all ready. So you got that purple acro, like this purple acro, it's basing everywhere. Never got affected. You've got tricolours, not affected. You've got what's that there? That's bear with me. That's Green Planet. So you got Red Planet, that's Green Planet. So you got Green Planet here. Not affected. Red Sea Acro. Not affected. I mean, a lot of things didn't, but the biggest colonies did. Even this, what everyone loved, you know, the fluffy one. It's still fluffy. But I've fragged loads of it just to make it survive. I use Miracle Mud, and I'm using Triton Core 7 other methods because I don't have a refugium. Since the crash, this has grown massive. This Monty, it's just disking out. It doesn't even do it justice there because it's huge. If I get a new tank, am I going to escape differently? More than likely, yeah. Yeah, I won't be having. This will be going to a corner. So this one must probably go to the corner over there. I'll always keep my euphyllies at one side because I think euphyllies do the best. Like this, I've fragged 11 times. 11 times in 2 years I've fragged that. And it's huge again. At the corners, they get the perfect flow. It's like indirect flow. Because when you get the power of the wave maker coming, by the time it hits the back, it's slowed down. And it just gives it a beautiful flow. You know what I mean? So that they'll always stay at the corner. I might as well keep them at this corner. Plus the clownfish love them. That's their house. And I've got 3 different types in there. So it's 3 different types of frog spawn or octo spawn. Some of them are octo, but they're all frog spawn. I must probably get rid of this because it's literally took up a full rock nearly. The Leptostraea. I'll keep that Leptostraea though, John Deere Leptostraea. We've got a double Trachophilia. And we've got, it's like, I hate all this stuff. I don't like it. It's like the Monty at the top. There's no way I'm having Montipora at the top, because it just overtakes everything. I'm constantly smashing it to pieces, that, because it just overtakes everything. Everything it touches, it kills. Except your Millie, because your Millie just eats everything. So what I'll do next time, I'll scape it, and it'll be acros all at the top, and all the other stuff that's like invasive coral, like your Monties and your. Let's have a look. So we've got Monties that are spread too quick, like your Leptos, all stay low because you don't want them growing onto your main corals. Like Digis, I've got loads of Digitata there. I've even got loads of Digitata at the back down there because I've got that much of it. I just don't want it, so I stick it and I hide it all behind the back. If you look at this, you know, looks like it's stripping. It's not. This frag fell on top of it, and that loads of Mysotosa. Oh. Let's read this. I've just made a tri-style sun pot with a 40-gallon breeder. See, like I said, trying is good. See the way I've got my sun. You might not be able to see in here because I'm dull. I've got my filter socks with polyfilter, so with filter floss, should I say, not polyfilter, filter floss. I've got my ATO there, skimmer, reactor. At the minute, there's no Miracle Mud in there. The reason I took the Miracle Mud out is when my tank went tits up, I've just put carbon in. At the minute, it's carbon in there and a bit of GF4, which is the. Which GF4 have I got in at the minute? I've got loads of different types. These. I think that's. I don't even know which one it is. I'll find it in a minute. I've been using this to help my tank get back on speed. Outbreak. Bacteria. Denitrifying bacteria. Plus, just to give the tank a bit of a kick up the arse to get back onto point. I also use ATM's Paradigm. Like this stuff's the dog's bollocks. This stuff, it's a water. I think it's dechlorinated. Yeah, it takes chlorine and like chloramine out of the water. But I use it for the fish. It's full of vitamin C. If I put this in the tank now, if I put some of this in the tank, you'll see my fish start to slime. In fact, you've got my fox face. He's the best at doing it. So I've got my fox face there. I'll put some of this in the system in a second and watch him start to slime. Gives him like it takes like a slime coat off him, which is a good little thing. So you can't overdose on this stuff, so don't worry about banging it in. I just do a guesstimate, so I just pour a little bit in right over there. That's it. Just a little bit right over the return. Right, give it a couple of minutes and I'll show you it again, see if it starts sliming. That's mastic, by the way. Fish love the mastic. Need a towel to dry me on, bear with me. Yeah, mastic. I feed the fish mastic and the old DKI pellets for mastic. I've also got a big tub of these. This is just what I use this as a top up. In fact, I just stick them on top of my light so I know where it is all the time. But soft pellets. Love them. Absolutely love them. Fish love them. All natural. Morning, Dave. Oh, beautiful white under there. Let's give you the side view. I know we've got a side view, but if I move that computer, move me up again. In fact, let me turn the screen around. There we go. There's your side view. This is my view when I'm sat down. Or behind me, should I say. If anyone would have seen that Millie there, they know it would have been massive. I actually fragged that to pieces just in case it did strip. Never did. But I've got frags in a frag rack at the back, and I've given some frags away. Just so, in fact, you can see how big that Monty is now. Big Monty. Beautiful and green. Stick that there. Hello, Narcosis. Anyone jumping in on my chat? You know you want to. There's a link. Jump in. It's not going to be a long one today. I'm going to be on for about an hour. Then I'm going to be shooting off because I'm going watching the Justice League with my mates. Narcosis. Crab's playing dangerous games there because my Rass will rip that apart if they see it out during the day. The only reason it's come out is because I've got some master. Say again, fella?
The Justice League is actually pretty good.
Good. I'm a Superman man, so I've even got Superman tattoos on my leg. Do you know the writing? Superman writing.
Yeah.
I love Superman. In fact, I'll show you so people know what I'm about. Here we go. I've got cramp in my leg.
Oh yeah, there you go. Can you tell me what that says?
I'm not Superman. I don't know. No, it does. It says brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
Man.
I had one, and my brother had one.
Man, that freaking Monte Capricornus is really getting green, man. It's really coming back.
There's my male Mandarin. Oh, look at it. It looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's really actually grown, Narcos.
It's growing too?
Yeah, I mean, everything's looking good. But the thing is, I'm still not happy with it. Do you know what I mean?
Why not?
Because it's one of them. When you know, you know. Do you know what I mean? Now, I know my system isn't up to scratch. Just by looking at it, you know, physically looking at it, I'm thinking there's still things that are not as they were. Here's one major problem I had when that eater blew. Right? Tell me if anyone can spot it. Let's have a game here. Right? So we've got a little game here now. You tell me what's wrong with this picture. Right? So I'll start going round. Right? It's easy to find. Now tell me what it is.
Your core line? I don't know.
Look at that. Look. You see it? Starting to turn white.
Yeah, it's your core line, ain't it?
No, yep. Coraline's turning white. Only in certain parts, so we've got it like that. It's turning white there. You see it here. Down here. Starting to turn white. But like places like this, it's perfectly fine. Like over this side. That's not white. That's why I removed the frag before.
Okay.
A little bit there. You know what I mean? But this side, majorly. But this side of the tank again, this side is where I lost my corals.
Everything looks colored up again.
I mean, so that. Say again?
I said everything looks back colored up.
Yeah. I say, if you look at it, like the sand's bloody clean. Everything's clean. Do you know what I mean? Everything's got colour in it. But I look at it and go, no, there's something still wrong. Like here, look at this Satosa here. That's not looking too ticky, is it? You see it?
No, it's not. I mean, it looks
Yeah,
all right.
this Satosa is doing perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? So I've got two of them. This side, perfect. Yeah, bearing in mind, it looks a bit white there, but that coral fell on it. You know, that frag there fell on top of it. That's why that's done that.
It's fighting
but
it.
This one, this fucking bit, this is going to die. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that.
Well, something that I have found about Setosas is they are freaking finicky.
Oh, yeah, well, I've had mine for you.
And they just go.
I've got a little frag of it there, Satosa up there. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, see.
That's how big the frag were when I got these. Well, I've grown all these from a tiny little frag.
They grow really fast, but when they want to peace out on you, they just go, in my experience.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Don't even look at them. Look at that. Look at that. Is it? Look. My crab's there. Look. Uh-oh. It'll have it. If it sees it, it'll have it. That's why you don't see me crabs during the day.
That two-face wrasse? Or
yeah, two spot wrasse, yeah. Look at it, look. It'll go face down, look. It knows it's there. It's on the hunt.
It's probably trying to trick you, like, oh, I need to wait until he goes away for me to eat this thing.
Yeah. I'm just bang this up here. I'm just going to jump on the chat because I don't want to be ignorant with people. Let's have a look. Hello, Ailey. Eric, Phil. So. Yeah, it's I stopped. The only reason I stopped streaming, like I said, I was in Spain. I went to Spain with the lads. So this Spain came back. Go on.
Have you seemed to find your nitrate yet?
My nitrates have always been fine. You're still finding yours.
I'm still searching, man.
Yeah. I've got a question from Delia. Paul, if you get a new tank, why don't you go bigger? I haven't got any room. I've got no room to go bigger. You got houses in the UK are a lot smaller than in America. So like here, like let me show you around my house. So this is my living room. Right. So if people have not seen my living room before, this is my living room. This is my closet where I keep all my fish. As you see, all my fish crap down there. Right. So this is my closet. So this is my living room. They're only small. They're not big over here. So this is where my system is at the minute. I've got my sofa there. So that's a 4-foot system. I've got a 4-foot gap there. So I've got fireplace, TV, literally. Boop, 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 boop. Outside. You know what I mean? So that's.
So I have a pretty good idea.
I've got a back room. So I've got my back room, and there's my kitchen. And I'm in the middle of putting this up. So well, there's no room. There's no room in here.
So I have a pretty good idea.
Go on.
Get
rid of the wife and have the house to myself.
No. Put the couch where your tank is now, put your tank where the couch is, and plumb through the wall and put your sump and refugium in that closet.
No.
Maybe not.
That's too much mucking about. No. I'm happy with a 4-foot tank. You know what I mean? For me, it's ideal size. It's a little showpiece in the living room. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, it's fine.
Yeah. I have a 4-foot 120 myself.
Doesn't do anything.
Kind of costs a lot of money, you know? Like, do you really want to upgrade and spend more money?
Yeah. Well, if I do get a new system, I won't be paying for it anyway. Because it could be. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I might be getting a new system, right? This system's 18 months old. That's all it is. It's still under warranty, right? So I clean my glass with blades. Everyone knows that. I've never gone to the edges with blades because I'm not stupid. I've been doing this long enough to know that you don't go with blades. If you look at this seal here, you can tell it's never been touched with a blade. None of these have been touched with a blade. You've got this side, never been touched with a blade. Now watch this. The eye we get here, if people can see this, look at the seal. This is the holding seal here. Because you've got glass be glass. So this is, where you see it dark here, that's where it's bonded to the glass. Now watch this. The eye we go.
Do you have bubbles?
Look at this now. Oh, no, yeah, but big. Hang on, let me try to focus this. Let me turn the camera this way because it might focus better. There you go, right? Look, we're going higher now. But look at this. It's trying to focus, 1 second.
Is it a bubble?
It's so hard. Yeah, but it's literally right near the edge. Coming all the way down. Hang on, it's focusing. Come on. I think you can just make out on there now, you see?
Oh, no, we really can't see, man.
Hang on, it's focusing. It's getting there. It's hard, that, isn't it? Let's see if I can do this. Aha! It's blurry, but look at that.
Oh, yeah, where it's like, where we can see the light. Yeah.
Hang on, let me try again. In fact,
yeah.
Right, here we go.
Oh, I see where it's like kind of scratchy there. Oh, it's like not perfect.
Yeah, but that's just like the silicone where it's out. But in between here, there's big bubbles all the way down it.
Oh yeah, we can't see that.
Where it's fake. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to see.
There it is.
There you go. Look at that.
There it is. Yeah, I see
that.
1, 2.
You tell me that. Look at that. You see?
Oh yeah, man.
Look how close that is to the edge.
Yeah, that's not good.
You see? And they tried to say that was me using a blade, and I'm thinking, hang on. You can tell on this, it's never had a blade touching it, you see? That's inside the silicon, right inside it, you see?
Yeah, that's inside the
It's
silicone.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's never even been touched at the sides. It's just... But I told them that at the beginning. When I got the tank, about 2 months in, I actually contacted Red Sea and said, there's something wrong with this silicon. And they told me, it won't fail. You know what? It's blurry with that, but it's not right. So. They told me it was fine, but it's not.
Look at your 2-spot wrasse, man. He knows that crab is there. He's waiting for you just to leave.
Oh, he is. You got here, Phil. How did that happen? Yeah, Phil, I've never used a blade on it. I've never used a blade. You can tell it's not had a blade on it because the silicon's still fixed to one side, but on the other side, you've got the bubble going all the way down. Yeah. I think, well, in fact, Nick's on. Hello, Nick. I've sent Nick videos of it, and you can blatantly see it's not a blade. Nick, you've seen the video. If you want to jump on to talk, you can, or you can just message it. But Dave, like I said, Nick's seen the full video of it because I filmed it, sent it to. In fact, I sent it to every single person that I know that works in Red Sea around the world. Because they wasn't doing anything at first, and then eventually they got back to me saying, "Right, we'll have a look." So, they tried to fob me off at first. Is that Fonseca? Am I right there? Is that Fonseca corals?
After everything that occurred,
Hello, Nick.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you've seen the video of this, haven't you, Nick? This silicon.
Sorry, say again, you broke.
Nah, I didn't break up. Your phone's crap. You've seen the video of this silicon, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. That's like some new kind of skill that we need to learn. You know, managing to get that many bubbles in a strip of silicon. That's good going.
Yeah. Well, Nick knows the full story about this tank anyway. In fact, was it last year when I first mentioned it, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, I mean, come on, they should have come out and had a look at it instead of just trying to palm it off that you did the damage yourself, which is like, you know, even if they thought you did the damage yourself, they still could have come and looked at it and go, hey, look, you've damaged it yourself, you know?
Yeah. Like I say it's 100% not a blade. I'm not like I say, I'm not a newbie. It's not my first tank I've had. Yeah, you could get away with that, but I'm not stupid enough to run a blade down the silicon or into the silicon itself, what holds the glass together.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know that's what they'll try to say. I'm not stupid about that. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, you can tell there's no damage where all those bubbles are.
Well, that's it. That's it. Hopefully. Well, it's not actually a Red Sea rep that's coming out. I'm not going to tell anyone who it is that's coming out, but someone is actually coming out to represent Red Sea, and I know the bloke that's coming out.
Oh,
So,
you got somebody coming out to look at it?
yeah. Hopefully today or tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be today.
And you have the 525 or no?
No, mine's the 350. Mine's the same as us.
Time to get the upgrade to the 525. It's a 4 foot,
No,
I think.
if I was going to do anything, I'd get the 425, which is it's just a couple of inches thicker. Do you know? Well, the width weighs, the length weighs is still the same.
Yep.
Because that'd still fit. But no, there's no point because if they're going to replace it, they're going to replace the glass. You know what I mean?
Most likely they're going to take the whole tank.
Let them.
They're probably going to give you a new tank and take that tank. You can't reseal that tank. You know what I mean?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. They can take the tank, but I mean, all the base will still be the same. It's just the glass that they'll take.
You won't take cabinet, that's what you mean.
Yeah. They'll just take the actual tank itself.
Nick's gonna make me a custom cabinet.
Yeah, I can do you a better cabinet. I can make
Anyway, anyone in the UK, you want a custom cabinet making? Go over to Aquarium Cabinet Solutions. They do some awesome. I've got to do that because Nick's sponsor.
Nick, what are you up to these days?
Just chilling. I've been busy the last 2 weeks, but I'm chilling this weekend. And then I got some more builds to get on with. Some bubble-free builds to get on with.
Have you caught any good burners lately?
Any good what?
Burners.
Yeah, we had a load yesterday when I was trying to watch Mike's live stream. We had like 3.
3 fires?
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to keep washing my helmet.
Don't you hate getting that thing full of smoke?
Yeah, I hate it. I had to wear a BA twice.
Did you say you have to wash your helmet then?
Yeah. When you get shit
Right, so if anyone under the age of 18, please cover your ears because Nick's being rude.
I'm not. I had to wash my fire helmet.
He has to wash his belly.
No.
I'll tell you what, Nick. Nick.
What? What are you going to tell me?
No, I'm saying if they send a new system and they leave this one here,
Yeah.
shall I give it you and you can give it that bloke? Do what you want with it, like.
No, because it's knackered.
Yeah, no, I mean get it resealed.
No,
There's nothing wrong with it, barring that it just needs resealing there, doesn't it?
No, it's too much hassle to reseal a tank.
What?
You have to strip it all out and pull the silicon off and all of that, and then you have to regun it and let it cure and trim it. It's like a waste of time. You might as well just build a new one.
I'll give it away. I'll just put it on for free. Anyone wants it for free.
All right. How much would the shipping be to send it over to me?
You might as well just buy a new system.
You think it would be 2,500?
No, just for the tank alone, because obviously they won't send the cabinet. So just for the system, they're only about £300 or £400 for the system anyway.
Paul, just send you a picture of my dirty helmet.
Tell you what, Nick, that should be on a porn site. Sorry, people.
Get a contact.
He wasn't talking about his fire helmet then.
That's why I just put on that system and stuff.
Is that the Reef Brights? What's that, Reef Brights?
ATI T5s with Reef Bright XHOs. Look beautiful.
Looks
Yeah, look really good.
Where is it?
Let's go into the other pipes. What's Corian? Or Corin?
Our Corian is it's like an artificial granite. It's like plastic. And Billy made his sump using Corian, right? And I said to him, "Can I make a Corian sump, and I'll call it the BP series?" And he said, "Yeah, go ahead." And then Mike was on it last night that he wishes he could get one. I said, "Well, I can build you one, and we'll give credit to Billy for the concept. But yeah, I can get Corian. It's expensive, but you can do it."
How much is Korean? Isn't Korean? That's what they make countertops out of, right? The like fake marble countertops or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Corian, it's quite expensive.
He could probably get it for a little cheaper.
I think he uses waste from. I think he used waste from his work.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but we don't get it unless somebody asks for it. So I'd have to order a sheet in and fabricate it. So it'd be quite expensive. But I might get the Do one, which is like a Arctic white color, but it lets light through it, so we can router it out and then put lettering and stuff so it'll glow up, like let the light through glow up. So that might be pretty cool.
What is the dimensions on these stupid tanks? I hate the way they do this. They should just put the dimension right away.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm here too. But so have you tested your nitrate and your phosphate and all your stuff, all your parameters?
Yep. Yep. Give me a second. My nitrate when tested yesterday was at 6.
Nice.
My phosphates was at 0.03. The alkalinity was at 9.1, which has been balanced around 9 now for about 2 months. So that's good for me. My calcium was 480, which is a bit elevated. And the magnesium was at 1480.
Okay, so do you think that your nitrate and alkalinity have a correlation to each other? As in, if it goes down lower, you have to keep your alkalinity lower. And if it goes higher, you have to keep your alkalinity higher?
No, I've never read anything about that. Never done any document. Never seen anything about that.
Thing is, Paul,
I don't think it is.
If you drop your, because what you're doing is you're achieving your alkalinity with the core 7, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if you drop your dosage a little bit, then you'll lower your magnesium and your calcium as well. That's why you're slightly over.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't want to change anything while I'm going through this phase, like the K8 or anything, because the corals are still under a bit of stress.
Yeah, no, you're right. One thing.
I'd rather have them fixed until they're better, then I'll start dropping it back to 8. Because like I say, I was running at 8. Only when things went tits up, it went to 9.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously things have stopped growing. So raise the K8.
Yeah.
All right. So why is it with ultra low nutrient systems, people keep their alkalinity at 7, and then when it goes up to 8, they get burnt tips? And why
I'm
is
not running at ultra low. Ultra low is when you're running 0 phosphates or 0.01 phosphates, and you're running virtually no nitrates, where I'm running 6 nitrates and 0.03. So mine's not ultra low.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Ultra low is like where you can't see them.
Yep. And then Sanjay is running his ALK at 10, and his nitrates are up to like 40, and he's still having very good success with his SBS and everything else.
I think when you run it lower, you're just going to get beautiful colors, and people go for colors, so they run it lower.
They run it lower because when you get to that point, they're stressing the corals, and when you get stressed corals, they produce different colors.
Yeah.
That's why they run it at 0 to get a different color from the coral because it's stressed. But the nitrates, the thing with the nitrates narcosis, you got to consider where the nitrates are coming from. Are the nitrates coming from decomposition and like unusable, like really not really beneficial waste, or are they coming from coral nutrition?
Okay.
Because if they're coming from coral nutrition, then the corals are in good health because they're getting the benefit of the nutrition, so they'll deal with high nitrates. But if it's from decomposition and the corals aren't getting a lot of benefit from that floating around, then they're not getting the benefit from the production of the nitrate.
Okay. So you don't think it has any kind of correlation?
No, there is some, but what I would be more concerned of is not people. You measure nitrate, but you got to be aware of the source of the nitrate at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So I could have 40 nitrate and my corals look like crap, and then I could have 50 nitrate and my corals look good. It's not the nitrate number that's relevant. It's the source and what else you're doing with the coral.
It is the toxicity.
Not really.
No?
It's not really down to the toxicity because it doesn't really give you any issues till it goes much higher. And again, it depends on the coral itself. If you're creating higher nitrate because you're nutritionalizing the corals, so the coral's really healthy, it's going to get affected less by the toxicity.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But if the nitrate is coming from stuff that the coral can't really use and it's not getting enough of the stuff it needs, then it's going to be a weakened state.
Paul, you there?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing dishes or something.
That's
what
we did with Paul's tank narcosis. You know what we did with his?
You used a detox and all that.
No, originally, like, what I said to Paul is, okay, we're going to lower your nitrates to make your water conditions better. Get your coral.
Oh, yeah. How you kind of like helped him restore his tank to prime conditions.
Yeah.
Yep.
What we did was we lowered the nitrate phosphate, then we raised it, then we lowered it again, and then we raised it again. But his tank got better and better and better through the process, not because we were lowering and raising the nitrate, but because of what we were doing that was causing the nitrates and the phosphates to lower and then raise.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The initial reason it went down was because we conditioned the water. The reason it went back up was because they purged the rock. The reason it went back down because once it had leached, we got it all into the water, we then got it out the water again. And then we increased it again because we started nutritionalizing his coral.
Yep.
So the conditions of the system and the conditions of the coral got better, even though the nitrates and phosphates were still there. But they were there for different reasons. So that's why you got to be careful when taking That's why you got to be careful when talking about parameters, because It's not the number itself; it's the reason for the parameters that's more important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when people say, "Oh, I've got 14 nitrate, but my corals look great," and everyone says, "Oh, you need to lower your nitrate," it depends where they're coming from, because if you're nutritionalizing your coral and that's why your nitrates are elevated, then do you really want to lower them? Which means what? Not nutritionalizing your coral,
right?
So sometimes you gotta look past the numbers.
Sometimes you have to understand the chemistry and the physics.
Exactly, that's what it's about. It's very complicated in that when you get to that sort of level.
Jeez.
It's like cycling. I still can't believe people put the lights on when they're cycling. And they say that algae is a phase of the cycle.
Why don't you use nail polish remover? Mr. Click Clack, why is nail polish remover better than alcohol?
In nail polish remover peroxide.
Nail polish remover is an acetate, right?
I don't know.
Isn't it like ethanol?
Where's Ayla when we need to know?
Acetone. Nail polish remover.
Acetone, yeah, that's the one.
I don't know, man. I think I would have bust out the good old bottle of vodka. Either vodka or vinegar. Toss a little bit of UK whiskey on there. What's up, Dave?
So, you guys gonna read half the chat and start a conversation on what you don't know?
I was hoping you'd come in here and read the rest.
Dave.
Oh,
He's like he's resealing a tank.
Yeah, he's resealing a tank. He didn't have acetone, but he had nail polish remover, which is basically acetone. So I just don't make sure it's clean because silicone doesn't stick to old silicone.
Exactly.
He got it. And then he went over with alcohol, probably because this stuff had, they put perfumes and stuff in the nail polish remover, so the girls like it. So you got to get that out of there.
So when I had resold that 140-gallon Oceanic tank, the only thing I used was just straight alcohol. I use either a G or a K guitar string to strip all the silicone out of it. And I just scraped the hell out of it with a razor blade, those corners.
Probably a G. There's no K. Okay. I'm a guitar player.
Yeah, I think it was G. It was basically the smallest one, the smallest string.
That would be an E. You got it.
It was like $1.25 at the guitar store.
Yep. Yeah, you get like a 9-gauge. Slide it right in there. But the alcohol will clean it up good, but the acetone will actually melt it and get it out of there. Look at he's filling up a tank. Who's got a parrot?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's Nick.
Sounds like
Can you show us your parrot, Nick?
Is what?
Can you show us your parrot? The actual bird itself.
Sounds like he wants a cracker.
Let me see.
Hey, Martin's Reef, what's up?
Have you seen Mike Lawrence's new video on my channel?
No.
Yeah, he's got a new video on my channel. Go check it out when you get time.
Who does? Like Aaron?
Aaron's Aquarium.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw you drop the Coral Fish 12G guy as a clickbait, too.
I was stalking him. Very well.
Oh yeah. It's kind of dark, huh? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that thing is sweet. How long you had him?
About 15 years.
Man, that thing is sweet.
Oh,
Is
he's
it
a
a girl
macaw.
or a boy?
Boy.
It's a macaw, right?
Yeah, it's a blue and gold.
Yeah,
How tall is he? Is he like 3 foot
Oh,
tall
it's-
or?
Yeah, he's fully grown.
He speaks, right?
Yeah, he says his name and hello and stuff like that.
Snitches on you when you bring girls over.
Yeah. He
Every
used to tell
You're not
my,
the same one from last night, are you?
he used to tell my dog to sit and be quiet.
Those things are so sweet, man.
Martin's Reef
Yeah.
said his clownfish killed a head of hammer coral. He's pissed.
He was trying to host it.
They host it rough. They host those Aphelias, but they host them rough, man.
They host everything rough, dude. They're rough as crap.
Hey guys, I gotta get out of here, so I'll catch you later.
All right, Nick.
See you in a bit, Nick.
Catch you later.
Have a good one.
So what's up, Dave? How's your tank doing, man?
Wonderful. Freaking wonderful. A little too deep, reaching to the back, you know. Gotta make sure you don't have deodorant on. That's how deep it is.
You got the you set up a new one, right?
Yeah.
What do you set
24 deep. 24 front to back, and about 41 wide. Almost 100 gallons.
Oh yeah. That's kind of like the same thing I got, but mine's 48 long.
Yes, that would be a 120. As this is what
Yeah.
I had. You know, I worked with the glass I had.
Yeah, exactly. You sealed it yourself, right?
Yeah. Came out better than Paul's.
Wahahaha.
Bro.
How was your overflow? What kind of overflow did you do? Did you do like a weir, or did you do a
Did a weir and
Those?
2 bulkheads. No back box. Just heat it off with some caps and holes for airline.
Okay. That's
I
what's
got
up.
2 valves on it so I can quiet it up a little bit.
Nice. That's a pretty good setup.
Yeah, I want to do a whole video on it, you know, go over the sump and everything. I got the sump laid out a little different than normal.
Got 14 watching, guys. We only got 4 thumbs up. Come on, guys, show your support.
I walked in, we only had 1 thumbs down. I was like, who's that?
Got Martin here. My clown killed my clownfish killed my hammer coral, and I'm pissed. Why has it killed it?
It's trying to host it.
They
Yeah.
like slam dancing those things, man.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you see my clownfish, right? My clownfish just bounce in and out like they do somersaults and everything inside mine. It's perfectly fine.
Well, they nip the heads off too on the Aphelias. You know, where it wouldn't come off on an anemone. But they'll pluck their little heads right out. Or the tentacles, I should say.
Let's get it up here. Let's have a look. Have a watch.
What's up, Martin?
What's going on, Dave?
Which,
So
can you turn this camera sideways or no? There we go.
So sometimes it is all on the actual size of the clownfish against the size of the coral. I've actually seen some clownfish kill baby anemones trying to host it.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
On that note,
Why
hasn't
shoot toothpicks at him?
Why hasn't my anemone finished splitting yet? It's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe.
Because your clownfish keeps beating it
Tickle
up.
it.
Tickle it. That's a
You
good
get
one.
in there and snip it. It's only like a string holding them together. It's like an umbilical cord. I was just gonna go. in and
I'd
dip it.
just get a blade on it. I'd just get a blade, me, Dave, and just flick it with a blade.
Yeah, it's got 2 mouths. It's 2 separate animals, but they're on the rocks next to each other.
Yeah. I did it with mine. When mine was splitting, it was holding on for about a week. I just got a blade and slit it with a blade.
Yeah, I'll just cut it. I've cut them before.
I wouldn't try and frag it, like into two, but
Oh no, no, no,
already
no! I
done.
think that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. That what a lot of people do, they won't actually go near the mouth. They'll just slit it down the side,
Right.
because it's slit down the side. It automatically starts splitting itself anyway. I see people do that.
Yeah, but it's like a piece of string holding them together, and it's no big deal. I'm sure it won't kill the animal.
Piece of guitar string.
Seymour's on. Seymour. No, United didn't lose, so haha. So there you go. I'm done now, guys. Come.
Seymour thought he's on the soccer channel. This is reefing, bro. I'm sorry.
Got a phone call here. 1 sec, lads.
This is aquariums. I'm sorry, not reefing. Reefing's a bad word in YouTube now.
And where? In YouTube?
Yeah, they're holding up a lot of videos for monetization.
Oh yeah, because of reefers, like actual reefing.
I think it's an urban dictionary slur.
Yeah, we gotta find a way around that. Maybe is it actually reefing? Is it reefer?
It's anything to do with reef. Like you should put Red Sea Reefer in, they hold you up. Even if you put it in as a tag, not even as a title.
So they can check it out. So what's going on, Martins? How's your tank doing, buddy?
Besides the hammer core, everything's going good. I'm still waiting on filling up my 220. Everything's finished. I just gotta recoup some money.
So is the hammer completely dead?
Well, I had 4 heads on there, so one of them are dead. My clowns fight with my purple tang, and I don't know what happened, man. It started dying, and that's the only thing. So it's pure white right now. I'm gonna go in there later and chop it off, but other than that, that's now they're hosting my clown. Give it to them. Now they're hosting my my tongue coral, so I'm hoping they don't kill that because I've had that thing forever.
So they killed one head, but the other heads are white. You said, or no?
Yeah, the other ones are fine, but they were sleeping on the 2 back ones. Like they've been living in that thing for months, and I don't know if they accidentally tore the tissue or it's weird.
Probably hit it just wrong and it caught against the skeleton or something.
Yeah,
so that's nothing else is dying. So I was panicking at first. I'm thinking, all right, maybe I got something going on, but everything else seems to be fine and healthy and living. So,
well, if they keep it up, you might just have to remove them.
These are the first clown. These are the first fish that I ever bought, and they're just beasts.
Right.
So I'm debating on putting them in setting up another nano tank and maybe putting them in there, or keeping them in this tank. But when I set up the 220, once I fill it, I might just leave them guys in the 120.
Right. Exactly.
How big are they? Warren?
A little over two and I don't know. I know they're over 2 inches.
Yeah, that's big for a clown. They get bossy like that.
Fighting with your purple tang?
Yeah, they don't like each other. They hate each other.
So what do? They just try to keep them away from wherever they're at, or do they actually?
Yeah, the purple tang will swim past the hammer coral, and the female they'll go at it, and then the purple tang like antagonizes her.
Oh yeah, purple tangs are definitely very good for antagonizing.
Yeah. It's no Nemo movie, huh?
doing drive-bys. They love to do drive-bys. Purple tangs love to do
drive-bys. And then the purple tang will like tease her and like come up to her, start shaking the tail a little bit, and then try to whack her, and then
run away.
Yeah.
Clowns don't take no shit though.
No, she's strong. She holds her ground.
I had a lightning maroon once. He owned the tank.
Yeah, maroon clowns are
But-
definitely the worst. Maroons and Clarkies.
But now that
definitely
coral
bad.
died, now they're in the other. They're in the tongue coral, so they're. It seems like the aggression has settled down a little bit because they're not. They're not like it's a different like home, so they're still getting acclimated. I think I don't know. It's crazy.
Wait, what? Oh, I gotta talk to Paul.
Why, what's up?
Seems like I've lost my spanner.
Yeah, I noticed that when you came in.
And I don't know why.
I just can't wait to put water in my 220, man.
All right, everybody lost.
It cost me
Spanner.
200.
Hey, we don't care about this soccer game. We're talking reefing.
No? No, Dave still got his. You still got yours?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the
Okay,
dimensions on the 220,
It's all
Martin? Is it like a 180, just bigger in one direction?
What'd you say?
The dimensions on the 220, 6 by what?
No, I got 7 foot by 27 high by 24 wide.
Oh, wow, that's nice. That's like a 180, but a foot longer, I guess.
Yeah, it's 180s are 6 foot by 2 by 2.
That's cool.
That's a nice size tank.
Yeah, I paid $100 for it.
Wait,
It's acrylic, so I had to paint the I had to paint these sides right here.
Let me go over to Hangout.
You painted it? Okay.
Yeah, just because it was they were scratched really bad. I tried to polish this all out, but it's like impossible. So
Vortex, man, I like that.
what'd you say?
I said I like your Vortex.
Oh yeah, I got 3 of them. I got these MP40s for I think I paid for all. I think they're $120 a piece.
That's a good price, man. That's a very good deal.
Yeah. But yeah, this is
So you got 3 of them for $360. That's a really good deal. You got the hookup on that.
yeah. And then this is I remember talking to you. This is my protein. This is my calcium reactor. Remember? I was
Oh yeah,
talking
yeah.
to
You were telling me about your calcium reactor. As
Yeah.
far as a CO2 bottle and regulator, what do you have? Yeah,
I just
got
got
the right
standard.
regulator too.
It's a cheap one for right now.
Well, it's a cheap one, but it's the correct model, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I bought the lifter pump. That's gonna be my little refugium. I just got all my rubble in there.
So something that I had did in the past with the regulator is that knob on the front, the knob that adjusts the pressure.
Right.
When I went and got my CO2 bottle refilled, I had that knob screwed all the way in, and when I hooked it up to my CO2 bottle, it had blew one of my gauges. So whatever you do, try not to screw that knob in the middle all the way in.
All because of the pressure. I got you because they're not that
Yep.
expensive. So blew a seal, right?
Yep, because the pressure of what was coming out of it to compare it to the gauge. The guy at the liquor store where I got the CO2 refilled started playing around with my configurations, trying to take it off, trying to take the regulator off the tank.
Yeah, this was only 100. That thing right that was 100. What did I say? I paid $150 for it.
Yeah, 150.
But yeah, everything's done, man. I just can't. I just picked up this Gen 4. It's not bad. I'm excited. I can't wait to get this thing filled, man.
I know. I couldn't wait.
It's like watching paint dry.
I filled mine with a RO buddy. my 100-gallon. It took forever.
Yeah, I got well water, so I have to fill it with my from the local fish store, and he charges $1 for a gallon of salt water. So I easily got 250 gallons sitting there, so it's $250 at minimum.
For
Right.
salt water, that's actually pretty cheap. $1 per gallon for salt water. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
$1 per gallon's RO
Yeah, he's
water.
charged
Damn.
and 50 cents just for RO DI water.
Yeah, wow. That's actually that's a good deal, man. I mean, you're doing it for a lot, so it's a big price. But $1 per gallon for salt water, mixed salt water, that's cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, he uses reef
Salted it.
crystals too. It's not just some cheap like. I mean, I'm saying reef now. There's so many new salts on the market, but hey, for $1, I mean,
Oh no, reef
figure-
crystals. Like you said, they're not just using Instant Ocean or some garbage.
Yeah,
Not
Reef
this
pretty
Instant Ocean is garbage.
yeah, he's
yeah,
that's
that's
standard. I mean, I wouldn't expect someone to use like Coral Pro. Hey, Narcosis, you got your spanner again, but he's gone now, Paul. So
But even if you buy a box of salt that mix, I mean, you're looking at 50-something bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and then the RODI and all the resin, I would be going. It would cost me so much money to do it at home. So
yeah, because you have well water, so you'd have to set up like an elaborate system to maybe gas off some of the CO2 and stuff.
yeah, my water's pretty bad. It's like you got to clean the tub like every 3 days, or else it turns orange.
Really?
So you got
Yeah, I got bad. Yeah, my water's bad.
Yeah, but well, the thing is, probably you'd go through the sediment filter maybe once a month, but that's actually the cheapest filter. That's like $2 or $3.
Yeah, my RODI resin, I do 40 gallons, and I'd have to buy a whole new set of resin.
You see Reef Keeper reefing with all?
I do. I didn't even know they had a new app.
Well, yesterday. Is that the one Melev's Reef was talking about?
Let me go see.
Yeah, that's for Doser.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a new app. It's called GHL Connect. What's the name of it? What's the name of it, Reef Keeper? I didn't see. Is it okay? Is it a brand new app, or is it an update for the old app?
He said new app came out yesterday. So,
But I don't know if it's
How do you like that fixture that you put on your tank with the Kessels? I watched your videos.
I like it. I like it.
You got a sharp tank there, buddy.
Oh, thanks, man.
good chunking up.
I like the fixture. It looks clean. I got my Kessel shimmer back, and and the T5s is really
That's not bad either for $2.99 or whatever you paid.
yeah. I think I think yeah. As long as your expectations are okay, like I see a lot of people comparing it to like for four before, if you wanted a 4-foot T5 fixture, you actually you paid about the same price for like 2 cheap fixtures, put them over your tank, or you do retrofit. But man, a 6 bulb or 8 bulb ATI or Giesman fixture is like a 4-foot is over $1,000, $1,600.
Right.
The ATI 4-foot T5 with LED fixture, and it just comes with some regular, maybe cheapish LEDs. The thing is like $1,600 or $1,700 for a 4-foot tank. So, I mean, for $2.99, I'm happy to have it. I know I wasn't gonna get like something the quality of Giesman or ATI. That's fine with me. I definitely wouldn't have tried it if it was more than $2.99.
Right.
Yeah. And then you're not really changing fixtures. You just drop your current LEDs in it. Yeah, I think it's perfect. I like it. The cord, like my hangups with it are little things that I think I can get over once I see like the how my tank is doing and the growth my corals are getting. I got over it real quick.
Yeah.
There's something about the T5 spectrum that is just, you know, it just gives the coral what it needs, and you don't really have to worry about it. It's almost plug and play with T5s and Kessels. It's almost plug and play. I just put bulbs in and tune the Kessel to whatever color I like to see, and I know that the corals are getting the spectrum they need. I don't have to worry about it.
Definitely.
I just think there's more light penetration or saturation. A lot of my corals from the LEDs have like a dark side to them where they have no color.
Oh
You know,
man,
like underneath.
That's the biggest thing, Dave. The undersides of like my stylophora and some corals are now getting polyps. When you know with LEDs, like once your coral, like especially tabling acros, or well, I don't have any acros anymore; they all died. But once you have any coral that grows like a flat out, the undersides die immediately. But now with like I think I have like a purple like cat's paw or something, and the undersides are starting to get polyps for the first time I've ever seen. I've never seen the underside get polyps.
I was pulling frags out of the 55, and like the back of them, where you don't normally see, was a completely different color, like a green slimer, and it's brown on the back.
Dead. Yeah, the polyps are dead.
Lights per square inch.
I don't think it's light per square inch because I think that's like an arbitrary number. I just think because light per square inch, if I disagree with that, Narcosis, only because if you're using lights per square inch, then 1 square inch could be getting more. Yes, give me 1 square inch could be getting more light than the other. But then if you look at the average would still be high. I think the thing about T5 is that it just has blanket coverage across. It's hard to shadow light because it's coming from everywhere, and the spread is great. I think
blanketed reflection off the glass as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing with halides, where because if you have a good enough reflector with halides, like it's big and wide, the light was so hard to shadow. And I think in a BRS video, they also said something about upwelling light, like light that hits the sand and like bounces back up. So Narcosis, I'm not totally disagreeing with the whole lights per square inch thing. I think that's valid, but I don't think it takes into account the fact that because LEDs, I'm pretty sure if you test LEDs, it gets probably close to lights per square inch that T5s or halides do, but it's just that it has so much hot spots. You have one spot here that gets a lot of light and another spot here, and because LEDs are these little pucks, and the light is coming from a single source, it doesn't matter how much spread LEDs have, because the light is coming from a single source. It makes it easier to shadow, and to kind of counteract the whole shadowing thing, you have to add so many more kind of units. Like I think the best of both worlds is sort of like what Reef Dudes had, where he has 4 fixtures and he spaced them out like evenly, like across a 6-foot tank. So the light's coming from multiple sides, where the core, it's hard to it's not coming from one source spreading out, it's coming from multiple sources, so it's hard to sort of shadow.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Reef Keeper put that link in there for you.
I see it.
What link is that?
For the new GHL.
Oh, for the app?
Yeah.
He said he doesn't know if it's iOS yet, but he's got it on Android.
So, how are you liking that GHL?
Love it.
Is it everything they say it is?
I love it. Not only the small size, but I like it. I think hopefully the software with this new, hopefully the one drawback I have with the GHL is the software. Like, and I gotta compare it to Neptune because I think that's what even their doser. I think Neptune.
That's exactly what I was about to ask you.
Yeah, I think if my wife, I'm using my wife as like a test bed here. If my wife had to set up either one of them out of the box and get it running, the Apex would win hands down because it basically opens. It basically, oh, that's good. Excellent. You open it. It says, hey, what's your Wi-Fi network? Let me connect to it. And once it's connected to your Wi-Fi network, you can then set up the whole cloud thing. It just asks you for a few different things, and you're good to go. The GHL, you have to plug it into a computer, which I don't use a PC, so I had to install Windows on my PC to set up. But either way, you have to physically connect it to a PC to set it up. There's no setup without connecting the thing to a PC. So, you know, if you ask me which one, I'm a geek. I'll do it. Pretty much anyone here on this reefing chat on a Sunday morning is going to do it. But is our spouses going to do it? No. No, they're not. Absolutely not. Not going to do it. But in terms of the doser, functionality, ease of use, I think the lights are a nice touch. I think it works. It's accurate. My only drawbacks are going to be the software, and I think that's something that's easily fixed because it's software. So firmware updates and what's the name can fix it. But yep.
So something that I do love about the Apex dose is all I got to do is just toss a number of milliliters into a box, and it automatically calculates it through the day. Does the GHL have something like that where you just put in a number and it automatically calculates how much it's going to dose per minute or per 10 minutes, or, you know, it just pretty much does it all by itself?
Yes, it does. And also, the GHL goes a step better, and because if you put in the dose, so you put in, oh, I want to dose 10 mils on dose 1 from 10 to 2, and you put it in with 2, I think, you know, it'll dose, but the what's the name, the Neptune. So yes, the GHL does it. The GHL also automatically spaces out your chemicals without you having to do anything. The dose doesn't do that. So if I'm dosing right now I'm using 4 dose heads. What the GHL does is no matter how much chemicals you put in, it automatically says like, okay, this guy wants to dose this between this and this time. Let me dose one at 11:57 and dose, like it automatically spits it up per hour or different. Like it doesn't just do, you know, like 15 minutes on the hour every hour. It spaces them up automatically different times, different hours throughout the day. So you're not dosing any chemicals close to each other.
Okay.
And it does it automatically without any intervention from you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And it's accurate?
It is accurate.
Okay, good.
I'm not getting any leak back. Yep. Accurate. There's no air getting in. It holds the dose.
Just give me an idea.
So what are we talking about price-wise on that?
I'm not.
And just not what you paid for it, but what's it go for? What's its list or whatever? Compared to like the Jabo DP4 is only $100, right?
Yeah. The
I love that. I love that pump.
Yeah.
Versus it's hard to say anything with price. I mean, if you're looking at dosing additives, if you're looking at just dosing additives, the GHL is going to seem like a better deal,
right?
Because it's 400. Let's say MSRP is 400 for 4 pumps, versus the Neptune dose is going to be $300 for 2 heads. However, the Apex dose, as is right now, is more versatile because the pump is like made the way it's done, so it can dose small elements. It can do water changes. It can run a little bit longer than the GHL. The GHL decided, instead of making like one pump that handles everything, let me separate them into 2 different products. So if you wanted to get the GHL pump that can do water changes, you can actually get that and buy that separately. So I would say if you're looking to just dose 2-part or Triton or whatever, the GHL is cheaper. But you know, it's cheaper with an asterisk.
Just buy a Jabo 4 pump. It worked just as good.
Yeah.
No, it actually won't for the trace elements, but
For Triton, I wouldn't recommend the well for everything else. Yes, Triton Jabo dose works because if you're dosing 2-part, if you miss a mil here or there, because those Jabo pumps, they're not accurate down to like 1 mil or 2 mils there. But if you're dosing 2-part, missing a mil here or there is not a big deal. I really don't think it's a big deal. But
I have to recalibrate my Jitterbug because it's
Yeah,
way
but-
off of already.
when you're doing Triton and 1 mil is like a big difference, like dosing an extra mil or 2 per day can actually throw off your DKH by a lot. Doing that is actually, like a big deal. So I wouldn't use it for Triton and things where like accuracy at small amounts is like really is important. But yeah, I saw Rico's new Radions. Yeah.
But that just dropped recently,
Yeah.
like minutes ago or something. Because I
I
haven't seen
just
it.
got the notification.
Yeah, I just got the notification he did a video too.
Yeah. He said
What
it's
did he
over.
buy? The Gen. He's got the Gen 4 Pros.
Yeah, he got 6 of them.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's a Black Friday sale.
Yeah. Yeah. Rico, do your thing, Rico.
Some coral, get some lights.
Yeah. Gonna be
The
crazy.
who all got in that 10-pack he was selling. A lot
Huh?
of happy people.
Me, I got one. I'm expecting
You got
mine.
one coming? Cool. Maybe I can get a few pieces off you.
I got some chalices for you over here, man, the next time you're in the city.
I had this little frag that I never knew. I always thought it was a pavona because it was so small and it never grew. But in the last month, the thing has quadrupled in size, and it's like a bright Hollywood stunner, like a light colored one.
Yep.
I can't believe it. It just came out of nowhere, though. I had it for almost a year. It never grew, and then it just went boom.
Yeah, I have some chalices. I got some nice chalices. I think I got 6 or 7 pieces. I've mounted 3 pieces and then decided I don't want the other 3 pieces. So you can have, 2 frags. And I think I'm going to hold on to one for when Exclusive gets his tank up.
As long as they're not green. If they're green, you can give them all to him.
No, I can
I'm
send
done
you.
with green.
I have like orange.
Oh, orange is good. I'm just done with green coral. I'm not going to buy anything else green.
How many
Everything
heaters
is
you got on
green.
your tank, Seymour?
Hey, what was
Wait,
that?
what?
This?
How many heaters do you have on your tank?
1.
Okay.
There's
1.
one in the display right now.
Dave, you only got one too?
No, I have one in the display and one in the sump.
Okay. Six new Radions. He's got 6 new Radions in that tank.
Because I ordered a Jaeger or whatever
Let's
it's
see
called.
the results, guys.
Yeah, I'm using a Jaeger now.
Yeah, but I ordered one and it was huge. It said it was 20 inches, but it's bigger than 20 inches. And it just doesn't even fit in a sump. Like it,
Yeah,
it wouldn't in it.
that's what I don't like about the Jaegers. I'm actually looking at a
No,
different chiller. I need a chiller next year. I'm looking at a Takeo chiller, which is sort of like a chiller and / heater. It also has a heater in it. So I'm thinking of kind of doing that and then keeping like a smaller titanium heater as like a backup.
You should get one of them little campus fridges, drill a hole in it, and use your Apex doser to run water through the fridge.
Oh no. I got to use a chiller in the summer, man, Dave. I told you. Like yeah, I got to use a chiller, man, or I can't keep the temperature down here. The only place I could keep mine is at an angle, which is going to take up. I don't want to put it in the sump where it's going to stay, or I stick it in the overflow, which I don't really like it in the overflow. But it seems to be doing a pretty decent job of keeping the tank consistent. But But I don't like this is my second year using the Jaeger, and I don't use heaters for very long. I told you the one time when I've actually had a tank crash is because of the heater. So once heaters, like, something happens, like, I chuck them. I'm not
Wait.
losing my tank for
Wait.
$20.
Wait, when you had that tank crash because of the heater, what happened?
The heater it didn't shut off and it cooked the tank.
So it just didn't shut off. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have two because I started my sump up before the tank was running. So I was transferring stuff from another sump, so it had its own heater.
I had the same heater that CJ uses, and the titanium one with the electronic controller. And earlier this year, when I was doing something when I was shooting that video about doing water changes in an apartment, it fell into the thing. It was off, but I didn't trust it. I chucked it. I'm not taking the risk on like a $35 piece of equipment with my tank.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. If I'm doing like some kind of maintenance and the Jaeger is out of the water while it's hot or something, while it's plugged in, I chuck it. Like, I don't play around with heaters, man. I've seen too many, nothing makes me more nervous than a heater in an aquarium. Like, I've just seen so many horror stories, and things break. But I got so much time and money invested in my tank. Like, I refuse to lose it. I'd be so pissed if something happens because of like a $35 piece of equipment. I really would be so pissed. I wouldn't, man. I'm not saying I would leave the hobby, but I'd be so pissed if something happens to my tank over like a cheap heater.
I've got one of those cheap heaters in my Nano, the Aquarium preset. You can't even set the temperature. It's just all built in. You drop it in at 78 degrees. That thing has been rock solid for a year.
I like the Cobalt Aquatics Neotherm. I'm actually thinking of buying one of those. Those, I mean, they had an issue years ago where it would, like, the larger ones would explode or crack, but
Yeah.
I think it had to do with the glue, and it's when they made the taller one. So if you get like a 300 watt Jaeger 300 watt Cobalt Aquatics, they just daisy chain two 150 watt heaters together. So
I do have one of the Neotherms. I have that on the frag tank right now.
Yep.
And it's definitely the best heater I've ever bought.
I have one on my son's Nano, and believe me, when you're looking at the temperature on like cold nights, like the temperature graph doesn't rarely even fluctuates on that heater. Like, he keeps it really steady. And it's way undersized for the tank. I think the tank is 14 gallons, and I think the wattage when I looked at it was supposed to be for like a 5-gallon tank, and it still works and works. I like it, so I'm gonna consider.
You don't touch that. No.
Hey, it's Martin. That's all right though. I've been through that already. Having tanks with kids or just having kids around. Yeah. So Martins, I know exactly what's going on, brother. I got 2 boys here running around too.
And I also muted you, Martin, just in case. If you want to say something, you can unmute yourself.
Thanks, Narcos.
I just didn't want, to get a little too out of.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, we just don't need this to be Exhibit A.
Fonseca wants to join. Dave, you have the link?
Oh, yeah.
So if you go up, or actually, here.
I'll get it.
You got it, Dave? All right, cool.
I'm just bouncing around on different websites. I'm going to actually walk downstairs by the tank, so I'll bring them over. You guys a little peek.
To the bank?
To the bank.
You guys ain't coming to the bank with me.
I was gonna say, do you live above a bank or what? Are you a banker or?
Oh yeah, that's what I call the fish tank now. It's the bank.
Yeah, it takes all your money. It takes all my money too.
Pelfrey commented on Rico's video. He said, "I'm glad I bought my corals before these lights go on. He's going to fry everything now." He said the title scared me. Everybody said the title scared them.
Title didn't scare me. I knew what was up.
What are them little flatworms that are white with the fluted tail?
Sorry for sending you that, Seymour.
Hey, no worries.
I know you're like, what the is going on?
Yeah, I'm like, should I put these keywords in my video?
Flatworm description, please. I got these little flatworms. They're white, they're tiny, and they have a little fluted tail. They don't seem to be bothering anything, and they're in the fuge only.
I don't think flatworms are white.
No, so I know they're not acro-eating flatworms, but they are indeed flatworms. They are worms that are flat. They could be baby stomatellas for all I know.
Oh yeah, they might be. Yeah,
But,
the flat ones and the top is kind of gray. The top is a little gray.
Pelfrey. Yeah. Okay, they're just cleaning the glass in the fuge. I remember.
So the ones that are bad is sundial snails. They basically look just like a little sundial with like a little
pyramid snails.
Circular pattern. No, they're not. They're not pyramids. They're sundial snails. Those things are terrible.
Oh yeah.
As some people must get Colonista snails and sundial snails mixed up, and that's how they get them in their tanks, and they're terrible.
Well, I just got a little clam, so we'll find out what's bad.
Oh, whenever you get like a wrasse, you should be able to take care of like flatworms and stuff like that. Like a 6-line or something, the small infestations. I was watching a LA Fish Guys episode the other day, and man, I think that guy had the worst infestation of flatworms that I've ever seen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't see them in the display, and I got 2 wrasses, and I got that little Springer damsel. They keep it clean in there.
Yeah, no, flatworms are once the top is gray, and I think what you're describing is a stomatella snail.
Yeah, but he's got that flute in his tail. In other words, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a circle missing out of it.
Flatworms versus stomatella snail.
Because I got all kinds of baby snails going on. I even got a little baby conch.
I'm back.
He's got the little trunk like a Nassarius, but he's definitely got a conch shell. Pretty cool. And I got most of this from getting stuff from Reefing with O. Got a lot of life in it, brother. Oh no, I haven't gotten anything bad from you yet that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Oh man.
Not like Fishy Snowman. I met him at Absolute Fish. I gave him a little frag of pallies and a little frag of mushroom. He left them outside all night.
I've let pallets outside all night, brought them back and they've survived.
Yeah, it's Poconos. I don't think they made it. It was probably freezing that night.
It's most probably lying and they survived and said, "Oh, I want some more."
I got plenty though. Not like I gave him something good. I just thought he could test the water. You know, he just got done cycling his tank. He wants to know if he can have coral. Hey, put these in. You know, if you're killing mushrooms, then no, you can't have any coral yet. What Stan said, if you're having problems with mushrooms, you should rethink the hobby.
Who said that?
Stan.
Stan?
Yeah, Stan said it. Idle Garden Stan.
Oh, yeah.
If you're having problem with mushrooms, you should rethink the hobby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, that's the opposite. I have really bad problems with mushrooms because the way that I run my flow, it basically just rips them off the rock.
They're probably going in the corner somewhere. That's your dead spot.
I've tried that too, and they still just melt. I mean, the lighting is either too high or the flow is too high.
Right.
So I can't keep a mushroom in my tank for nothing, and it's pretty much always been like that for the last 5 years. So
Yeah. Well, I was just saying for his new tank, that was a good thing.
Maybe you should rethink the hobby, Narcosis.
maybe
Yeah.
I should. I'd save a lot of money. I mean, like everything else does good. You know, like
African-
methods, everything else does good. Just mushrooms, just can't keep them. Can't do it.
Everybody's got that little thing. Like I got the 2 tanks, and in my display, certain things just don't do well. You know, like zoanthids. They survive, but I put them in the cube, they go nuts. They populate. Main display, not so much.
Exclusive is here. Exclusive. I think you should come in and tell everyone about that sick deal you got for the skimmer, man.
Oh, you got a nice deal on the skimmer?
Heck yeah. But I think I want him to tell it.
Okay, that's good.
Let me know if you want me to tell it, man.
I think you told us already.
Oh, all right.
Well, I know. I'm not saying that 13 people in here all know. I heard you guys talking about it.
Morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good.
What's up, Asa? How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Have you got any more keys to your tank?
Let's see here. See that tree there? I got that. I got that mangrove. It's not as advertised though. It doesn't have any tap roots.
It looks like a pretty big mangrove.
Yeah, that's true.
Compared to what I'm seeing.
Like I say, the only thing is there's no tap roots, and
It has no soil.
this is what they advertised here. Just a second here. You see that one?
Okay, what is that plant, Asa?
This is a mangrove.
It doesn't look like a
You see
regular.
down here. What's that?
It doesn't look like a regular mangrove.
Yeah, you see the tap roots.
Yep.
All these roots coming out here. So this one doesn't have any of those down at the base, but it is a good size. So it should work out. I think I'm going to call them and see about seeing if they have any with those kind of roots on it. And I got the power's not on yet, but I've got my dump bucket up there and the lights on. They come on at night, so that's working. Like I say, it's too early in the morning for anything to be powered up.
Does the dump bucket create any splashing when it's emptying?
Oh yeah. There's definitely a downside to it. You have to shield for it. Like right now, I've got this temporary structure here that kills that splashing.
Oh. And that sound isn't distracting or anything to you. It's fine.
Well, that's part of the draw that some people like, some people don't. Okay. When I first built it, it was very anemic because I had it sitting just on top of the tank, literally. And so it was dropping about 4 inches, and it wasn't very loud. And I didn't like that, so I jacked it up a foot so that it would be louder. And so it's just what you dig on, you know.
All right. So you want it louder. All right.
So when the top is down, it's quieter, but it really I didn't want a really loud sound on purpose, but I wanted an energetic waterfall, you know, splash. So there's a happy medium between the sound and the splash.
All right. I can agree with that. I agree. If I had a I think if I was doing it and it wasn't in a family, like the room where I want to watch TV, because right now, you know, I'm in an apartment, so the tank is in the same room as television, so I want quiet. But if I had like it was a family room, if it was not in the same room as the TV, I think I could do with some splashing sound. Like that's part of enjoying the ocean is the waves and the splash.
Yeah. Well, actually, occasionally, I mean, like most of the time, it's at a sound level, like I say, with the top down, that it's not bothersome. But occasionally, if they get if we're having a conversation that just doesn't go with it, I have a switch. I just turn it off for 15 minutes or an hour.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I feel better when like it's soothing for sleeping, you know. And I can hear it in the bedroom, and I really like it. But it's not for everybody. Definitely, there's a lot of people that would not handle that at all. My wife kind of likes it where it is. I think she'd like it a little quieter than I do, but it's in a good range.
Yeah. I think when I was at Reef last year, and I think I saw some videos at Macna where one of the manufacturers, I think it's whichever one does the loop, I forget which manufacturer it is, actually now has where you can plug a speaker into some of their stuff and it'll mimic ocean sound.
Yeah. I've been thinking about doing that. I think I've told you before, but basically what I've done is I've gotten the Core 20 to coordinate with the splash.
Oh.
In other words, it starts off at 0 and goes up to 100% in kind of goes up 20, 40, 80, 100. And I coordinate it so that the 100% is at the time of the splash. And then it dovetails back off again. And so, you get the water movement going faster and faster and faster. Then it's capped off by the splash, and then it dies back off again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yep, I'm thinking about it, but yeah.
So I've also thought about just getting a recording that would be timed to the same thing. But now you've got 3 things you're trying to coordinate, right? So you've got this sine wave where the flow goes up and comes back down again. You've got the punctuation of the splash at the top of the sine wave, and then you got to get the sound of the ocean. It builds, there's a crash, and then it dies. You know what I mean? So what I've got to do is make a recording and just clip it so that it runs roughly 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be exact, because that's the speed of my cycle that I particularly like. So all I have to do is get one that's approximately the same length, and then start it. I mean, I won't go into the details, but there are mechanisms to start it so that it all coordinates. The splash happens at the same time as the splash in the recording.
I like it. I
So
can't
that's
wait.
something.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So what's everybody else talking about?
We were talking about quite a bunch. I don't remember. I think Fonseca wanted to come in and share something. Hey, Fonseca, how you doing?
Hey guys. Kind of new to this whole Google Hangout thing.
All right. Well, you're in, so you're fine.
All right. Is this coming up on the screen?
Yeah, it is. We're seeing you.
This is a Nuvo 10 gallon.
And I think he froze. All right, we'll wait for his that's a nice rock flower anemone he has there in the bottom right.
So what do you guys think?
Go ahead, Dave. Oh, that's the new tanks, Dave?
Yeah, my signal's bad down here, so I might be breaking up.
All right, so that's the new. Oh man, Dave, you got quite a number of fish in there already.
I had to do it all with the move because in the old tank, the cold tank said nobody else can come in. So,
all right, so you have a cold
tank. Confused them, you know. So I got
You
a
have
little lightning wrasse right there.
I see. You have Molly. You have a blue tang.
Outer blue. A Nassau.
Oh,
the
man.
Nassau's blotchy. They said that happens to them sometimes, that they get blotchy. You know how a fox face gets all matted looking?
Yeah, my fox face changes color all the time.
Well, they said that happens with the Nassau tanks too. So he's a little blonde Nassau. He's eating and he's happy. He's just looks a little scratched up. You know?
Where you bought him from Absolutely Fish?
Yeah, I got them both at Absolutely Fish.
My Dory used to try to squeeze into a little space, or that was her hiding spot that she's been hiding in when she was small. And I think she just keeps forgetting that she's a lot bigger now. And, you know, like she's not going to fit in that spot. So she scratches herself every now and again.
Right.
Sometimes you can.
And then I was there to meet Fishy Snowman. It's just my little blue clam.
Okay. You don't have any angelfish, do you?
No, no angels.
Yeah. All right.
So, wish me luck. Don't judge me.
Hey, I love clams, but my angelfish just pick at them until they die.
Right.
Is that green star polyp you have on the rock?
Yeah, that's a real bright one.
What kind of clam did you get?
I forget the name. It's very fluted shell. It's tiny though. Nice purple mantle.
How big is it? 2 inches?
Yeah, it's about 2 inches. Billy Pipe says it's a tough time for them when they're that small. So
You gotta feed them. Gotta feed them 3 times a week.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Plankton or reefroids or what? What do you suggest?
Phytoplankton, zooplankton. You could probably hit them with some reefroids, but very, very light solution of reefroids. Don't spray the crap out of him and clog his mouth.
My signal stinks down here, so you're breaking up. I don't know if it's you or me.
I sound fine, I guess.
I have reefroids, and I I just put some 2 little fishies marine snow.
I would go with the marine snow. I think that's better. I think that's better for the clam. Yeah.
Broadcast both once a week, not on the same day.
Wait, you have 2 clams?
No, just one.
Oh. Okay.
This just came out of nowhere and just went boom.
Oh yeah, that looks like a Hollywood stunner.
Yeah, it's brighter than the other one that I have.
Yeah, Psychedelic Babe says she's used
back. See how it just
Psychedelic
the glass?
She's used marine snow and it's good.
I'll try it. So a little target feeder. I have that long Kent target feeder.
Yep, that'll definitely work.
Got that thing. It extends. It's a cool thing. If you get an eel, it even has a little switchblade on the end.
All right, Dave, let me see what Fonseca... I think Fonseca had a few questions, so let me see what he has. Hey, Fonseca, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, you broke up there last time, but I am presenting you to everyone again, so go ahead and yeah, just start over from the beginning.
All right. So this is my Nuvo 10-gallon. It's been running for about 2 months now, but I just started adding stuff about a week ago, and have this rock flower anemone right here, and I added 2 Montes at the top, and then there's a rose bubble tip there in the back. And then I also have a 165-gallon reef right over there. Yeah.
I have the Innovative Marine 14-gallon, which is the size larger than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like mine. I like the nano tank. Mine is doing well. Yeah, you said you just added corals, but yours look to be doing fine.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I've had these corals in here for a couple weeks now, and I have no filtration on this tank yet. I've just been doing water changes a lot, and it seems to be working out really well.
What kind of filtration do you plan on putting on it?
Probably, I'm going to get the Innovative Marine Chaeto Max Refugium Light, and then I'm going to add it right here on the side. I'm going to take that black stuff off and then put some Chaeto in there.
All right, that works.
Yeah, I might add a skimmer too, but only if I get fish. I don't have any fish in here yet. I don't know if I want to add any.
On my 14-gallon, I think I have 4 fish in it: 2 clownfish, 2 gobies, 2 pistol shrimp, and a man. What's the name of that shrimp? That shrimp that eats aptasia, and a peppermint shrimp. Yeah,
shrimp.
All I'm doing for filtration on mine is I made one of those Chaeto reactors, and I change the filter floss like once a month. But with the Chaeto Max and making the first chamber refugium, you should pretty much get the same effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I was also thinking about adding some, what's it called? Marine Pure. I have it right here.
I mean, I personally, for 10 gallons, you have sand. Oh, you already bought the Marine Pure. Where are you going to put the Marine Pure?
In the back here, probably either in the first compartment right here or in the second one. I have a bunch of room in there right now. All there is a heater.
All right, so you're going to probably look to make half the first compartment the Chaeto, and then the other half put some bioballs in it.
Yeah, probably. Right. Mechanical filtration mainly. Right. Marine Pure actually sent this out to me for me to test out.
All right. So. Yep, I have those on my 75-gallon. I use those in the sump as like extra sort of filtration space. But yeah, but I personally think you have enough rocks, but it can't hurt. Definitely can't hurt to add some more you know,
Yeah,
some of those media in.
I haven't used any of them yet, so I figured I would just throw them in there and see what it does.
How often do you do water changes?
Once a week right now. I'm using the Reef crystals. I do about 1 pitcher. And I mean, my 165 is pretty healthy. Sometimes I'll just take a picture out of there and then I'll just exchange the water.
Ah, okay, I see. Listen, it's easier when you have a big tank, right? To sort of do that,
Yeah.
especially when you keep the parameters similar.
Mhm. Definitely.
Cross contamination, though.
Hey, Dave, are you still on, Dave?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Dave, I gotta run and just do something. So I guess you're the moderator, sir.
Yeah, but I'm
I'm
on
here too,
mobile,
so.
so I can't do anything really.
All right.
I'm here. I got it.
Okay.
Does Philip still have a wrench?
Before I leave,
Reef keeper?
hi, the Reef girl. I heard her join. Hey, Reef girl.
Does Reef keeper still have his wrench? And is he still in the chat?
He does
Hold
not.
on.
Yes, he is. He's still in the chat. I see him.
I don't know if he still has it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay, great.
I mean, I also have the wrench too, so.
Now, Philip keeps the chat nice. He does a good job in there.
Sure does.
Answers questions.
Good job, Philip. Thumbs
I got
up.
to feed my comments.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Reef Girl. How are you?
Somebody take it sideways.
Yeah, you have your video sideways. I don't have control. Dave, do you have control?
I do, but not from here. Why would we need?
I was going to say, just can you present Reef Girl's tank to the
Not
crowd?
so bad. I seem to have 2 versions of this Hangout, one on my iPad and one on my iPhone. It's so
Big piece of fish.
strange. I'm just doing water testing today.
I'd have to walk upstairs to present somebody.
Yeah, because the
Let me
one I
feed the
see on my iPhone looks like it's good, but for some reason my iPad joined.